Welcome back. We're reading the Quran. I'm very excited. Okay, we are in the section titled Fatir, and it says, or the originator of creation, or Malaika, or the angels, in the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Getting better at saying that. Okay. Praise be to Allah, who created out of nothing the heavens and the earth, who made the angels messengers with wings, 2 or 3 or 4 pairs. Wait. So they don't just have 2 wings, they can have wait a minute. Pairs of angels together, or as in their wings, they have 4 wings. He adds to creation as he pleases, for Allah has power over all things. What Allah out of his mercy doth bestow on mankind, there is none can withhold. What he doth withhold, there is none can grant, apart from him, and he is the exalted in power, full of wisdom. O men, call to mind the grace of Allah unto you. Is there a creator other than Allah to give you sustenance from heaven or earth? There is no God but he. How then are ye deluded away from the truth? And if they reject thee, so were apostles rejected before thee. To Allah go back to decision all affairs. O men, certainly the promise of Allah is true. Let not then this present life deceive you, nor let the chief deceiver deceive you about Allah. Verily Satan is an enemy to you, so treat him as an enemy. Yes. Right? He only invites his adherents, that they may become companions of the blazing fire. For those who reject Allah is a terrible penalty, but for those who believe and work righteous deeds is forgiveness and a magnificent reward. Is he, then, to whom the evil of his conduct is made alluring, so that he looks upon it as good, equal to one who is rightly guided? That is also repeated, I noticed that. For Allah leaves to stray whom he wills and guides whom he wills. So let not thy soul go out in vainly sighing after them, for Allah knows well all that they do. It is Allah who sends forth the winds so that they rise up the clouds, and we dry them to a land that is dead, and revive the earth wherewith after its death. Yes, the wind does carry seeds. I've seen it. I've planted something far across on the other side, and the wind just blows it, and then you're like, how did this freaking seed get there? Yeah, so that's very true. To him mount up all words of purity. It is he who exalts each deed of righteousness. Those that lay plots of evil, for them is a penalty terrible, and the plotting of such will be void of result. And Allah did create you from dust, then from a sperm drop. Then he made you in pairs, and no female conceives or lays down her load, but with his knowledge. Nor is a man long-lived, granted length of days, nor is a part cut off from his life, but is in a decree ordained. All this is easy to Allah. Nor are the 2 bodies of flowing water alike, the one palatable, sweet and pleasant to drink, and the other salt and bitter. Yet from each kind of water do ye eat flesh fresh and tender, and ye extract ornaments to wear, and thou seest the ships therein that plough the waves, that ye may seek thus of the bounty of Allah, that ye may be grateful. He merges night into day, and he merges day into night, and he has subjected the sun and the moon to his law. Each one runs its course for a term appointed. I always love it when it says that, a term appointed. Such is Allah your Lord, to him belongs all dominion, and those whom ye invoke besides him have not the least power. If ye invoke them, they will not listen to your call, and if they were to listen, they cannot answer your prayer. That's a good point, that even if they could hear you, they can't do nothing. On the day of judgment, they will reject your partnership, and none, O man, can tell thee the truth like the one who is acquainted with all things. O ye men, it is ye that have need of Allah, but Allah is of the one free of all wants, worthy of all praise. If he so pleased, he could blot you out and bring in a new creation. Nor is that at all difficult for Allah. Nor can a bearer of burdens bear another's burden. If one heavily laden should call another to bear his load, not the least portion of it can be carried by the other, even though he be nearly related. Thou canst but admonish such as fear their Lord unseen, and establish regular prayer. And whoever purifies himself does so for the benefit of his own soul, and the destination of all is to Allah. The blind and the seeing are not alike, nor are the depths of darkness and the light, nor are the chilly shade and the gentle heat of the sun, nor are like those that are living and those that are dead. Allah can make any that He wills to hear, but thou canst not make those to hear who are buried in graves. That's hard for some people to accept, because some people, they lose a loved one and they just can't get over it. Well, I shouldn't say get over it. They have a slow time healing, right? And they call out to their family members hoping they can hear, but it's that residual energy, even if it was some type of real phenomenon, wouldn't have the consciousness of your relative. So the voice, if it ever did talk back to you, would probably be something demonic. Thou art no other than a warner. Verily, we have sent thee in truth as a bearer of glad tidings and as a warner, and there never was a people without a warner, having lived among them in the past. And if they reject thee, so did their predecessors, to whom came their apostles with clear signs, books of dark prophecies, and the book of enlightenment. Books of dark prophecies and of enlightenment. In the end did I punish those who rejected faith, and how terrible was my rejection of them. Seest thou not that Allah sends down rain from the sky? With it we then produce in various colors. You know, that is a miracle, right? It's like a blessing. But now they're doing weather engineering, cloud seeding. I forgot what it was. Geoengineering. I keep forgetting the name. But they are trying to manipulate the weather to control it now. So it's like slowly science is trying to become God. And in the mountains are tracks white and red of various shades of color, and black intense hue. And so amongst men and crawling creatures and cattle are they of various colors. Those truly fear Allah among His servants who have knowledge, for Allah is exalted in might, all forgiving. Those who rehearse the book of Allah, establish regular prayer, and spend in charity out of what we have provided them, secretly and openly, hope for a commerce that will never fail. For He will pay them their meed, nay, He will give them even more out of His bounty. He is all forgiving, most ready to appreciate service. That's a new one. Most ready to appreciate service. He'll give you, what you've earned out of His bounty, but due to His gracefulness, He'll give you even more than what you asked for. That's beautiful, right? Wow. See, that's interesting about 25. It says books of dark prophecies and of enlightenment. So that way you have no excuse. You have like two forms of books to aid you in your path. Like me, I love reading tragedy. I get way more excited or like interested, awoken to tragedy. There's like, you ever seen those two theater masks, comedy and tragedy, right? If you tell me a sad tale where it's like they did this and this happened to them, like a warning, I'll be like, oh, dang. But if you tell me like he did this and he got a bunch of gold, I'd be like, okay. There's different personalities. Some people, if you showed like the carrot, they call it, like, here, this is what you'll get, they'll be like, okay, and they'll jump whatever you say to do, right? But if there's other people who like warnings of like disaster or like, omens or whatever, you name it, right? There's endless things of dark prophecies, right? But I like those the most. So these apostles, right, they are giving you a clear sign for your type of psychology, right? They're giving you, some people want to have just the positive, and some people really like the darkness, and some kind of want a little bit of both, of like the warnings, right? Warnings and rewards. So it's almost like, then what will you say when the time comes, why you didn't, repair your life, why you didn't do something better when you had both options open to you in abundant signs with the books, right? It's, and just even plain examples and stories of other people failing, and the Quran telling you, like, there's a lot going on that you could get enlightenment from and hear dark prophecies of Judgment Day, end times, things like that. So it's fascinating. Yes. Those who rejected faith. Very telling, family, don't you think? And I like how it's saying, like, the blind, it's giving opposites, light and dark, the blind and see. And the blind is also practical and literal, but also the philosophical type of, symbolic type of those who see, right? And the chili and the heat. Me, I belong in the heat. I mean, in the chili, I mean. Right? I don't belong in the heat. It's interesting. This one was a very pretty one so far. What do you think, family? It's interesting. The graves, right? You can call out, and they can't hear you, and it's hard. They've entered into the other realm. Wow. It's hurtful to hear, right? They can't hear you, but they're back with their creator, right? Alright, family.